Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk about the games that I've been playing recently, and then I think I'll talk about a couple games I want to check out. I don't do a lot of video game content on my channel. I've been kind of branching out and showing you my other hobbies other than fragrances and books, movies, video games, fragrances. Those are my big four hobbies. But yeah, I want to tell you what I've been playing recently. I normally don't play a lot of games at the same time. Sometimes I play maybe one or two, but I generally just play one game at a time normally. And like a lot of my hobbies, I've been mentioning this. I'll probably do a separate video. I kind of go in and out of my hobbies. Sometimes I don't play any video games for weeks and weeks, and then that's all I want to do. And I also go through phases where I just want to play like not crappy games, obviously, but just easy games like Stardew Valley, or maybe I even want to like play a generic first person shooter, just something mindless. And then I'll go through times where I can't my brain will not let me play those games. I can just see through the cracks for what they are, and I can only be satisfied by like insanely good indie games, like art games basically. It's just how I am. But I'll talk about it's really four games I've been playing recently, and I got them on a list here. So the first one is Elden Ring. Well, I'm sure a lot of people have been playing that, and I want to say that came out at the end of February, or maybe, yeah, probably the end of February. So it's been out for a while. I still haven't beaten it. It's just taking me a long time. I think I have about 188 hours into the game, which is way more than I thought it would be. Although Dark Souls 3, I probably had 88 hours for my final playthrough. I play these games very slowly because I like to experience them and take everything in. And Elden Ring is definitely, actually, given how long it takes me to play these kinds of games, that makes sense. It's a much longer game than these Dark Souls games have ever been. And it's an open world game, so there's a lot of exploration. I go very slowly through this. Elden Ring, I would say I'm like, it's like 60-40 right now. I love 60% of it. I hate 40% of it. And that seems like a pretty big split. But the 60% that I like, I think is some of the best video game stuff I've ever played. So I don't know if that's maybe over exaggerated ratio, but the exploration, the locations you get to go to are some of the best in the series. The exploration, of course, is new for the series. It's an open world game now, and I think it's some of the best open world experiences I've ever had. I really do like open world games, and it's done masterfully. There's an immense sense of verticality. The locations, I've said this before. It reminds me of like the Never-Ending Story, the movie or the book, really. It's so fantastical and amazing to look at. It's so varied and its locations. There's always something around the corner. You always miss things. You come back, you explore, you think you got it, and then repeat ad nauseum. You've always missed something. So it's really cool. There's so many different weapons now to choose from. It's damn good. What don't I like about it? There's a lot. The bosses are reused constantly. Um, Side dungeons become very, very samey very quickly. Enemies move too quickly. Their combos go on for way too long. Um, really honestly, by like mid game, I've become very sick of fighting a lot of bosses because if you fought them like four times already, then that's not really a satisfying reward. And then as you get into late game, it seems like it has Dark Souls 1 syndrome to me, to be honest with you, where they ran out of time or something, or they gave it to interns. The quality just drops pretty much immediately. A lot of people talk about, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but a lot of people talk about um, that there's a huge difficulty spike after a certain part of the game. After like once you start getting into the late game, the difficulty dramatically increases, which I would agree. It definitely increases dramatically. It doesn't seem balanced. Now I'm fine with the challenge, of course, but it just doesn't seem balanced, and it feels like something's off. But it's not just the balance; it's the quality. It's just feels rushed. There's huge areas that just feel like there's not really much going on in them. Very samey. Just the quality just isn't there. Um, and it just feels like they copy pasted enemies, kind of like Dark Souls 1. You go down to Lost Izalith and there's just swaths of enemies that you fought before. It just feels Like they really ran out of time. Late game enemies just start doing ridiculous amounts of just boom, boom, you're dead. Doesn't matter how much health you have, you're dead. There's 13 of them. It's I'm not enjoying it. I really am not enjoying the end game. But I mean the rest of the game, man, it's amazing. So that's Elden Ring. I'm gonna finish it, of course. I've been going slower on it. But I'm not. It's not a 10 out of 10 to me. I don't know what reviewers were smoking when they reviewed this. I don't know how you could even objectively or subjectively review it as a 10 out of 10. There's issues that are so very clear to me. I don't know. The next game I've been playing is It Takes Two. That's a multiplayer game. It's made by, I think, Hazelight Studios, maybe. And they're the company that made the game A Way Out, where you can only play it multiplayer with someone else, either locally or over the internet. And Way Out was fun. It wasn't an amazing game, but I thought the concept was very cool. And this game is pretty masterfully. I think it won Game of the Year or something at the Game Awards, and I was kind of shocked by that. I didn't really read in. I don't watch the Game Awards really. I didn't. I just kind of thought, oh, really interesting. I didn't think that would. I kind of understand why now. It's just I can't. I don't have any complaints about the game. I don't know how far I am. Probably a couple hours. I'm pretty deep into the game, maybe halfway through, or a little more, maybe. I'm not sure. But each level is just different, completely different, and introduces some brand new mechanic that is extremely inventive and interesting. There's the graphics are great. The dialogue is funny. Um, it just keeps you hooked constantly, and it seems like it's a pretty long game. I've been playing it a lot, and it's never become tiresome. It's a game that is so amazingly consistent and really good, and it just they never drop the ball, at least so far. So that game is very good. 2 thumbs up on that one. I'm not done with it, but I am playing it. The next is a weird one, but really good. Is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Um, I know, weird, right? It's one of those games that you would never you go, why do people like that? And then you play it and you kind of get it. I mean, of course, it's not for everybody, but this game came out a long time ago, but they've been consistently updating it. The developers are really good. I bought this a couple years ago because somebody was playing it that I watch on Twitch or something, and they played it almost as a joke, and then they were like, whoa, this is really good. So I bought it, and then I stopped playing it for a couple years, and I've been getting back into it. At its core, you are a truck driver in Europe, and you literally drive trucks. You haul cargo from one point A to point B. It's kind of simple, but it's relaxing, and graphically it's not the most beautiful game, but it's pretty damn good looking. It's one of those games where you can mod it to the extremes, right? I've done total graphical overhaul. I have lots of quality of life mods. It's so simple to mod. It's very simple to mod, and it's relaxing to just drive on. The map is huge. It is a fictionalized, scaled down version of Europe, and there are also expansion packs that increase, different countries and stuff. And it's just relaxing, man, to just get on the open road, put that cruise control on the highway and drive. There's something very relaxing about it, and it's just a very fun game. And it can get very complicated if you want it to be, in terms of like a truck driving simulator. You can get a steering wheel, you can go crazy, you can really adjust minute details of the truck simulation, or you can make it very simple, drive automatic, just like kind of how I am right now, just cruising, man. You can put the radio on, the radio streams in real radio from the countries you're in, or you can load your own stuff in, you can put podcasts in and listen to it. And it's just cool as hell. It's great. It's a great game. The last game I've been playing recently is Factorio, which some people have thousands upon thousands of hours into that game. It's kind of like an automation factory building engineering sort of game. It's a game where you crash land on an alien planet. And I should say this game has a beautiful art style. It is made to look like 90s computer games, so it's kind of top down, and it has that 2D, 3D sprite kind of look. It's kind of a low resolution game on purpose. It really just, to me, looks like a 90s computer game. I love the art style. And you crash land on an alien planet, and you basically have to, your end goal is to build a rocket to escape the planet. But you're really building up a factory bit by bit. and the goal is really automation. Like, I need to craft iron plates. How can I make this do it on its own? I need to craft circuit boards, which, or let's say copper plates. Now I need circuit boards which require copper plates. So I'm going to send those iron or copper plates to be made into circuit boards, and it's all done. How can I automate this? How can I make this happen while I'm not actively doing it? And how can I make it efficient? How can I organize my factory so it's efficient? So you're always expanding. It's just a really, really cool game. It is very addicting. It's called Cracktorio, and I totally get why. I'm not sure what drew me to play it. It was never anything that I thought I would play, but I just decided to check it out, and wow, it is excellent. It's really good. It's a game I could definitely see hundreds of hours being sunk into. And also, there are little alien bug creatures on the planet you're on that are affected by your pollution and things like that. So they're always attacking you, and you kind of have also, you have to build defenses. And these aliens, due to your pollution, are evolving into stronger versions of enemies. There's a whole deal with that. It's very, very in depth, and it's very cool. There's lots of mods for that game. So yeah, that's been very, very good. Games I want to play. There's not a lot. There's really two. Kentucky Route Zero, or Kentucky Route Zero, which is kind of like a visual novel game with a very weird, sort of surreal thing to it. Some people said this game's a little like, what's the word I'm looking for? A little pretentious because it's so out there and confusing, or just it kind of has like a cork sniffer vibe to it. To me, it just kind of plays like a David Lynch film, which I love. So I only played just a tiny bit of it, and that's why I want to say I want to play it, because I was playing it on Game Pass on Xbox, and my subscription ran out, so I won't be playing it for a while. But yeah, I really want to play that one. And the other one I really want to play is Outer Wilds. Now, I did play Outer Wilds a couple years ago. I played it when it came out, and I thought it was incredible. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, enough time has passed. I know that it sounds crazy because that game makes such an impact on people, but it has been such an amount of time, and so many other things have gone in my brain since I played that while I remember things about the game, I really feel like I could play that game again, and it wouldn't be the same as the first time. But I've forgotten enough about it where I could play it again and really have a great experience. And there is DLC that came out, which I heard has been reviewed very highly, which I have not experienced. So that's what I would like to play. So that's that. Quite a diverse range of games, really. Actually, a very diverse range of games. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what you've been playing. Peace out. Have a good day.